Before we begin the video, if you haven't yet, come on down and join my Discord server. Link is down in the description. Hey guys, today we pick up episode reviews again, and we're gonna continue with episode 7, The Skull Sorcerer. Princess Vanya debates going underground to try to rescue Cole because the ninja are not back yet. Also, she has a dragon named Chompy, which is actually Wu's dragon from the sets. Meanwhile, Cole's in a tough situation as he battles dire bats and spiders, but Vanya comes down and saves him and they all go back to the surface. They reunite with Wu and talk to King Vangelis, who in a shocking twist reveals he is the Skull Sorcerer. Not so much of a shocking twist after episode descriptions, but it may have been otherwise. He opens a pit in the ground and casts Wu and Cole into the mountain, and Vanya decides to betray her father and go after them. So first I want to talk about Vanya in this episode. I think she's been pretty good so far, but she's especially good in this episode. She has to make a few decisions here. At the start, whether to go underground and defy her father, and a very similar situation at the end. I thought the ending was especially good because Vanya gives up her amazing life and gets disowned by her father just to do what she believes is right. Also, her dragon is really adorable, and I love how it has the ability to transform between big dragon and small dragon. It's an interesting way of executing Wu's dragon from the sets into the show like this, and I wouldn't have thought of doing this myself. Anyways, the rest of the episode, more Cole focus, which is great, and I love how he continues to talk to himself, consistency from season 8. The action in this episode was good, I mean, nothing too special, but I really enjoyed seeing Vanya's interaction with Cole. And these guys, thank God, are not in a ship, it looks like. I mean, two characters of opposite gender should be able to interact without being in a relationship. Now, let's talk about the whole Skull Sorcerer reveal. Obviously, that was the highlight of this episode, and I think it was done mostly well. I think this reveal would have been a lot less predictable, and definitely more impressive had we not had descriptions. I mean, really, it made no sense why they spoiled the entire twist in the description. But yeah, me personally, I would have expected the Skull Sorcerer maybe to just be a new character entirely, someone lurking underground. Actual reveal was done really well. Love the music, and the visuals were great as well. And I also like that, I mean, obviously if not for the descriptions, this reveal could have been guessed. I mean, Vangelis and the Skull Sorcerer share a lot of visual similarities. Vangelis' face is very similar to the Skull Sorcerer's inner face, and even the design of their shirts is similar as well. Once again, Ninjago throws in these subtle hints, subtle but also noticeable to an observant fan. They did this as well with the Ice Emperor and Harumi too, which is pretty cool. Now, the Skull Sorcerer mentions a buyer. He reveals his motives, basically money. He's selling Vengestone to a customer who's willing to pay a lot. This buyer is never brought up again, and when asked about it on Twitter, Tommy Andresen said it would be very spoilery. I think this buyer will very likely be the season 14 villain, and that's just super cool. Finally, storylines that expand beyond just one season. After I finish with season 13, I'll definitely be talking about the buyer. But yeah, anyways, the throne room fight was cool, and you know, the Skull Sorcerer explaining his motives, classic villain stuff there. And lastly, this episode's ending, as I said, was really good, awesome cliffhanger. I think this episode's first half or start was definitely slow in my opinion. I mean, not bad at all, but I feel like it was kind of there to fill up time. It just wasn't really the most interesting stuff. Also, there's not really a connection from episode 4 to episode 7 here. One minute he's escaping the Skull Sorcerer, next minute he's suddenly dangling from a pit with no explanation as to how he got there. I thought this episode's plot was mostly well paced. A bit slow at the start, but that's okay. For characters, I really enjoyed Vanya on this episode, and Cole was good too. I also enjoyed seeing the Skull Sorcerer reveal himself. And Wu plays a minor role in this episode, but he was good as well. The action in this episode, it was good, fun to watch for sure, but not the best stuff we've ever seen, you know. And lastly, emotion. Vanya is definitely a highlight of this episode from that perspective, and I really enjoyed seeing her defy her father to do what was right. For my final rating, I'm going to give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. I overall felt it was a very good episode, although a bit slow in areas. Vanya, the Skull Sorcerer, and Cole were all very fun to watch. And yeah, tomorrow or later today, we'll be back for episode 8. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know. Leave a comment explaining your thoughts on episode 7, The Skull Sorcerer, and I'll see you guys next time.